Alright, bitches. I have to record this on my tablet, which means that throughout the most part of the thing, if I'm looking straight ahead, it's going to look like I'm peering a little bit to my left. But, I don't have too much time, but we know I'll ramble for too long. Let's get down to business. First and foremost, oh look, Teray. Bottle of Woodford Reserve. Jealous? I believe so. Alright. I'm too lazy to go through the week one stuff, so I'm going to throw a couple of insults at people from the draft, and then we're just going to get down to last week and look out for this one. First and foremost, Roland, you drafted Frank Gore in the first round. What the actual fuck? It's really paying off for you with that record, too. Even myself went a little stupid with the running backs going handcuffs early, and now I'm stuck starting pretty much Danny Woodhead, a shell of what Carlos Hyde was in week one, and I'm waiting for TJ Yeldon to wake the fuck up. Teray, you're Teray. That in itself is just an insult, and I'll leave it at that. Steve thought that he had the freaking keepers of the century, and I admit I did too, Jeremy Hill and DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray gains more yards taking a dump than he does behind the Eagles' porous offensive line. Jeremy Hill fumbles more than, I probably would playing behind the Bengals. Okay, let me think. So just, Steve, I hate you. Teray, you drafted two injured guys in Victor Cruz and Arian Foster. Not doing you any favors from your IR spots, especially when you're probably just going to have another one get hurt soon enough. Plus, you have an absolutely atrocious team name. Just, no. Ugh. No. Ugh. Okay, and I don't know how the hell Roland allowed you to win last week. But anyway, thus far, you have me and Russ sitting on top. As they say, the cream rises, so ha-ha to the rest of you. And I'm looking at my little standings on my laptop behind this here. Roland and Phil we have in last place. It's especially funny now that we found out Phil's real. Roland, seriously, running backs bending you over. I know that keeping Anderson seemed like the right move, and that drafting Frank Gore in the first round probably was just some sort of weird Colts-induced fantasy, but they would appear to be bending you over worse than anyone else. Phil, I don't really know what you're waiting on, but your team is actually roughly stacked, so I'm not going to rip on you too much because I'm generating enough bad juju just from throwing it out now. Everybody in the middle, we got Miguel, who always seems to kind of lurk around 500 or a little bit above and sneak into the playoffs and be really scary. That just makes me hate you a little bit more every season. Matt making some good free agent moves so far. You outbid me by $1 for Matt Jones, you son of a bitch. I'm especially enjoying your tight ends and the fact that you're starting two every week. Normally we'd use that as an excuse to rip on Teray for doing something, but the way you're doing it just seems to be doing something very right. Frank, I'm waiting on John Brown also. I keep picking him up in dailies every week. The guy's probably cost me like $40 to this point. Maybe at some point he'll, bounce up. And how's starting Ingram working out for you so far? Now that Breeze is down, there's no one else to scare on that offense, so you might end up fucked there. Dan? Nice. Balls move last week starting Terrence Williams. Way to be. Way to be. I'm too lazy to go back to week one to find a proverbial insult for you, so all I'm going to say is bad luck. The rest of the, everything. Alright, so this week, looking ahead, we have the greatest rivalry in the history of forever. Dan facing off against Teray. I'm not even going to go into breaking that down or anything else because Teray, you're Teray. Plus, according to what I was looking at, and I hope I'm not throwing you a tip for the weekend, you're starting Darren Sproles right now. What's that been worth to you? Seriously, like 3 catches a week for like 19 yards and then, you sit and cry and masturbate at the end of the games. Way to be, Dan. Keep it up. Matt and Miguel. Miguel, you're starting Eli Manning. I mean, it probably looks like a good idea on paper, but he's Eli Manning. He's like a walking turnover, almost. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Matt in that one. Steve and Roland. Steve, our coming back champ, 1-1 right now. You better hope that, though, looking at Matt's team, especially how it's been with Gio Bernard taking off, you better hope that Hill keeps himself out of trouble, or else you're going to continue to be screwed. And then if you end up screwed, you're going to end up losing to someone who's already in last place and drafted Frank Gore in the first round. I'm not letting that one go. Of course, if it bites me in the ass later in the season, I'm wide open to any insult you throw at me. Then we got Phil taking on Frank. Trying to get the fucking dog away before she jumps on the camera. Alright. Phil taking on Frank. Phil, like I said before, I can't insult your team too much because there's too many point producers on it to make me not feel bad. And Frank, just keep on waiting on your guys. I mean, maybe something will take off. I'm not even going to pick a winner in this one because I hate the both of you that much. And that pretty much brings it down to me and Russ. Yeah. 2-0, taking on 2-0, championship matchup from a couple years ago. Right now, it's projected to be pretty tight, and I'm starting Jordan Matthews going on Revis Island. I don't really know what to say. Although, man, Lamar Miller, really making you feel good about that draft pick, huh? Yeah. Of course, now that I say something against him, he's probably going to go off. But I really got nothing. So, bad luck to everyone this week. Hopefully it gets even more mixed up. Hopefully someone else tosses one of these out there, because we have had a dearth of insults and videos so far. We need to get that going. That's the lifeblood of the Fantasy League. And again, to Ray, jealous? I think you are. Alright, stay classy, bitches. I hate all of you. Bad luck.